Australian Formula One podcast. This is podcast number 68, and I'm joined by Pep as ever. And today we're going to do our Canada review. But before we go into that, just like to invite you all over to the new and improved EnterRef1.com forum.
Yes, mate. James has done a great job, improved the forum, and we're just starting up with some new topics. So check it out; it's great.
And we need a lot more. So I'd like to invite you all over to put your thoughts on the forum, and we'll have a good discussion, I'm sure. Mate, we've just finished Canada.
Yes, we have. Oh, what a great race, mate!
Fantastic race. It was great. We had a bit of everything, didn't we, mate? With the circuit breaking up in qualifying, and a couple of accidents here and there, and a maiden victory.
Yeah, mate. Well, it started with qualifying, but the exciting news, of course, was Robert's first win and BMW getting that 1-2. How awesome was that?
What a way to win your first race, mate. A tasty 1-2. That was great. It was good to see Heidfeld back on the podium, mate.
Yeah, it was, and it was really coming. You know, it's been coming for a while now. They've been nipping away at it, and of course, with what happened in the race, we'll talk about that in a minute. They really stepped up to the plate, and
I love how they've reached their goal of this year. They set the target last year
win,
that, in 2008. Their aim is to win one race, as we all know.
And they did it.
Tick. That's done.
And they did it with Robert. But yeah, like mate, as you said, in qualifying the circuit was breaking up a lot, and there was a lot of talk about it on the internet and on the TV. But they did a really good job, I think, during the race to resurface it. A lot of the drivers said the same thing, that the circuit kind of held together. Okay, it was bad offline, but it really did hold together for the race.
Yeah, qualifying and the race were completely different as far as the track surface is concerned, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Between the qualifying sessions, the marshals are out there brushing off the debris from where the rocks at the repairs had been scattered. But yeah, a miracle in the race, mate, that there wasn't more carnage than there was, I guess.
Yeah, and then, it was such an exciting race. I mean, where we start, I mean, you know, it was a clean start, first of all. I mean, I said before, Max, that they've been having a lot of clean starts this year, not too much biff and barge at the start of the race. And it was a clean start, of course, until the first safety car came out, and, you know, they all went into the pits at the same time. And actually, when that happened, when all those cars went into the pits at the same time, I thought, oh, here we go, something could happen here. And that's been the main focus this week, mate, about what happened at the end of the pit lane.
Yeah, in a nutshell, it was fucked up.
Big time.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
And what are your thoughts on that, mate? Do you think the penalty was justified? Do you think Lewis screwed up, or do you think there was something else to it?
Well, I think as F1 drivers, you know, they should, you know, do certain things at certain times. They should look at the pit boards. They should check things, and
these are the best drivers in the world, incidentally. Exactly.
And so when you're exiting the pit lane, you should look and look at that light, and also look at the cars ahead. And you're right, mate. Lewis did fuck up, and he made a mistake. And he saw, you know, the red light too late, and he's now been given a penalty for that.
Mate, I don't think it's too much to ask when you're in pit lane as a highly paid Formula One driver
To look at the lights.
To have the wits about you to keep an eye on the lights, and also who's in front of you.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you ignored the lights, you should have enough about you to turn around and say, well, those cars in front of me have stopped.
Have stopped, yeah.
I just don't think there's an excuse for what Lewis did, unfortunately. He fucked up.
You kind of wonder what he was thinking at that moment. He obviously wasn't looking ahead.
Well, he was in a rush. He had an ordinary pit stop, mate, and he's trying to make up ground, but at the end of the day, there were two immovable objects parked in his way at the front.
Yeah.
It'd be like you pulling up behind a car at a set of traffic lights. Do you watch the traffic light or the car in front of you?
Both.
You know, both.
Yeah, exactly.
And these guys are highly trained. And Lewis isn't a rookie. I'm sorry, guys. I disagree with a lot of you when you say, oh, rookie mistake and all that. He's not a rookie. This isn't his third race or his fourth race or anything like that.
Well, Jackie Stewart said that you know, he's still only in his second season.
Sorry, that's an excuse. This is bullshit. You know, everyone makes mistakes, and that's fair enough. And Lewis has made a mistake. But I'm sick of everyone sort of coming to his aid saying, oh, rookie mistake, or could have happened to anyone or whatever, or gee, I think this is a bit difficult, or that's a bit harsh to think that he could look at the lights and the cars in front of him. That's rubbish. These guys are highly paid, highly trained drivers, and we're in pit lane here. We're not doing 300k down a straight, having an accident then.
Yeah, he did make a rookie mistake, and Kimi made the right call, saying that the comparison between the two, between his incident in Monaco, are completely different. So Lewis made the mistake.
But you know what was refreshing, mate? Nico Rosberg, who hit the back of Lewis, turned around and said, "Yeah, I made a mistake, and I guess the penalty is justified." Oop, scuffed up. None of this spin, this corporate rubbish. Nico just came out and said, "Yeah, I made a mistake. I should have watched, and I accept the penalty, and let's all move on."
Yeah.
I mean, God Almighty, it's taken up column inches, mate.
Yeah, there's been a lot of press, and of course, when it happened, I was sitting there saying, "Okay, well, someone's going to get their first win. Someone's going to step up to the plate," and it was, of course, BMW. They're in the box seat, and the commentators were saying, "Oh, Heidfeld, Robert," but I was praying for Robert. I've got to say, mate. I like Nick as well, but I was really hoping Robert would do it, and
he did it all right.
He did it in great style as well.
He sure did.
Yeah.
First Polish driver in Formula One,
Yeah.
first win. BMW Sauber's first win.
Yeah.
And they called it. They said this was their aim, as we discussed a moment ago. And mate, they did it. And I think it's fantastic that Robert was the one that nabbed it, mate.
Yeah, and we've got some Polish viewers. So guys, give us your comments. Tell us what's going on in Poland. Is it all over the papers? Let us know. You guys want to
I'll bet. I'll bet it has been, mate.
Oh yeah. So it was a great 1-2 for BMW.
Yeah, good to see Nick on the podium again,
was,
I think. And obviously he's disappointed it wasn't him that grabbed the maiden victory. But if he had to be anywhere, mate, I'd rather him be in second to get their 1-2. It was great.
Yeah. And there was just lots of exciting things going on in the race. Massa overtaking two drivers at once at hairpin, and
that was a fantastic overtaking move. That was bravo, Philippe. That was fantastic for sure.
Yeah, for sure it was. And there was some really cool camera angles, and it was a really exciting race. They really covered it well. The local producers in Canada.
Mate, it was a good race, and one of the things that I know you enjoyed as well was, as much as I did, was seeing DC back on the podium.
Yeah.
In P3, 62nd podium, I think, mate.
Yeah, mate, we're always happy to see Red Bull doing well, and DC has had some bad luck.
Mate, he's had a shocking year.
And Webber's had some good luck, but DC's now finally got some good results, and he was so happy on the podium, and
it was wonderful.
And in the pit lane, so it was great to see him do it. And
no, I was thrilled for DC, and I know a lot of you on the podcast are DC fans. And it's terrific. I mean, as you said, he's had a difficult start to the season, mate, and some bad luck. But it was great to see him get all those points and be on the podium again.
Yeah,
well done.
Yeah, exactly. So Robert Kubica has now won the race and is leading the World Championship.
He is. Who'd have thought? Pep?
Yeah.
Who'd have thought?
It's unbelievable.
Kimi hasn't scored in his last two races. Falls back to fourth position. Robert's always been there or thereabouts, grabs his maiden win and says, "Thanks, I'll take the lead in the championship." Who'd have thought? This is amazing. It's great.
And there's all this banter about whether he's a title contender or not. During the week, I've noticed that. I think he is. I think it was a strange situation that all the leading drivers got knocked out, Max. But they did actually win on merit, I think. They
were there where it mattered at the end, mate. That's the similar thing. That's how you win Formula One races. You've got to be there at the end to cross the checkered flag. I still think the Ferrari and the McLaren Mercedes are infinitely better cars than the BMW. I think they're quicker than the BMW and better suit most tracks than the BMW does. But in saying that, it wouldn't surprise me if Robert continues his consistency through the year to be challenging for the World Championship with, say 2-3 races to go. There's no reason why he can't.
Alright guys, as ever, thanks for watching and we'll see you next time.
Alright, see you guys, have a good weekend. Bye.
Okay, bye.